ladies and gentlemen, at the end and start of every month, I do a fundraiser. And it is the morning before Devil's Night, which precedes Halloween. And then we run into the holiday season, which will be Thanksgiving and then Christmas and then New Year's. But this year is like super duper extra special. And so basically, for the majority of the year, I've been saying that the lockdowns would probably return in October. And so what we are looking at here is an exodus from France or some part of France right before the lockdowns are totally taking place, where everything's being locked down except for essential services. Meanwhile, in the state I live in, El Paso, Texas, has ordered a shutdown of all non-essential services due to the coronavirus. And then the Texas Attorney General said El Paso County Judge has no authority to shut down businesses in El Paso as a direct violation of Governor Abbott's executive order. So they're exploring legal options. Meanwhile, just a few hours ago, our president of the United States has just voted that he is way ahead in Texas. And I've still got to go vote. And I've been having voting anxiety because I'm one of the people who believes that the coronavirus is real, and I definitely want to avoid it over the next 2 years. But I still got to go vote. And so I've been feeling anxiety. I wanted to go vote yesterday, but I did not. But I would like to vote today, early voting, because people who waited till the last minute, we'll probably have longer lines on election day. And so now I'm at the point where I'm drinking beer. And the moment I stop drinking beer, I will figure out I will either walk to a location if I waited another hour or two, or if I get so adventurous enough that even though I've still got $1,641, left to raise my fundraiser for November, I might take a lift to one of these kick-ass 24-hour locations here in Texas. If I was a rich man, I'd probably have my own car. I would definitely go to the NRG Stadium. I don't know if you ever saw the photo of me working out with all the Houston Texan cheerleaders. I went and worked out with them one day at this little mini stadium by the big stadium. That was one of the best days I've had here ever. Anyway, what was I talking about? Anyway, so this is the one I'd like to go vote at. I'm over here. This is the closest one to me, so if I take a lift, it'll cost me an extra probably $20, $30 just because I wanted to go vote in a big stadium, but I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll go to a closer one, but if I wait until 8 a.m., I could walk there a couple miles and then vote and then take a lift back, and that would only be like $10, $15. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm just letting you know that shit is crazy, and we are in the Ghost of Christmas Past part of the final act of 2020. You know what I'm saying? This holiday run from now until New Year's Eve is going to be pretty crazy. And I have a habit of traditionally rebelling against my own YouTube channel during the end of the month part of the fundraiser. Meaning I clean up my act on the first, second, or third of the month. But for the very last days of the month itself, I kind of lose my mind and go crazy because I'd worked so hard that month. And this hurricane season, on top of plague season, on top of planetary defense commander season, has definitely tested my patience. And the fundraiser's not going so hot, but I still got like 4.5 days left. So I'm not that worried about it. But I got 4 beers here. So what I can afford to do money-wise, best-wise, is to drink beers until like 6:30, which would be another hour and a half. Then walk the 2.8 miles, vote, and then take the lift back. So I was just letting you know, like, this is the storytelling part of my rebellion. Eric Holhouse, hey, you'd think this would be a bigger story. Because Dylan's talking about Dylan Waggy Spack, Mercury. Something like 80% of New Orleans is without power, and many won't have lines repaired for 3 to 5 days. when I say I would evacuate, did evacuate, or do evacuate hurricanes, it's not necessarily because I think I would die. It's because I wouldn't want to be somewhere without power for 3 to 5 days. Unless I chose to ahead of time and prepared. Oh, so part of this is like I've done my 2 big grocery trips to the grocery store to prepare for. We know November is going to be a crazy month, with or without major lockdowns rolling through your town or city. The election itself, 50% of the people in the country are going to be really disappointed, and some may be angry and lose their minds. So, and in Devil Night tonight, where they set shit on fire. So I've just been telling everybody to get prepared for, the election and the lockdowns. And so I'm wearing about a $13 Mandalorian and Baby Yoda t-shirt. And so that will give me the power, and Jesus and God, of course, to hopefully avoid the coronavirus, wear my mask, get to the polling place, vote, and get back. And there have been a lot of people who have bad, dumb, and dipshitty opinion or ideas about the virus and what would happen afterwards and shit. Anyway, so I'm trying to avoid it. But it is happening, and the winter wave that I've been talking about all year is exploding and upon us. Governor Gary Herbert, Utah, is in a very serious situation. COVID-19 is the most devastating when hospitals are overwhelmed and unable to provide good care to everyone who needs it. We've seen this in Italy. We've seen this in New York. We could see this in Utah if things do not change. Because remember, like, the virus has exploded in parts to where also just a lot of people are dead. And they have to lock shit down. Our hospitals cannot keep up with Utah's infection rate. You deserve to understand the dire situation we face. Russia is saying there will be no repeat lockdown this winter, but there is a new national mask mandate, meaning every single person has to wear a mask, and if you don't wear a mask, he might throw you off a 3-story building, and that every country, nation, and state is going to treat it differently because there is no overall plan. And so it's just going to be a crazy next week and next month. But usually the very best warning your government, city, state, town might give you is 48 hours. And so I would say in the USA, over the next 2 weeks, there is a good chance somewhere near you may get a lockdown imposed, and you'll have about 48 hours notice. Because I have a feeling definitely at least a week after the election, the numbers on the virus will really start to pop. So we might see back to 2,000 coronavirus deaths a day by the 15th of November. And so I am sticking to the same timeline I have been talking about for months, where that we would start to see the elections come back in October. We'd start to see the lockdowns come back in October, rolling lockdowns, like the real back to nothing but essential services shit. And that the winter wave of the virus strain would be stronger. And so, and then everybody's going to plan their holidays 2 or 3 weeks from now. We're talking Thanksgiving or Christmas. And now we're at the Hunter full moon, blue moon. Halloween, well, we're almost there. We'll get there in 24 hours. And so, like, one of my goals is, to make it in my fundraiser for THORnews. And then at some point in November, when I go see my mama, I will not bring her the coronavirus, so I'm going to try and be smart and good. But the 2 chances I'm going to take between then are today, this morning, I got to go vote. And then after that, I got invited to go hang out with friends. Technically a Halloween party hangout thing, I guess. And so that'll give me like 10 to 2 weeks to make sure I didn't get the coronavirus because I have enough food and shit to be locked down. As long as I keep my energy on rent paid, which I'm pretty sure I can do. Hopefully. And then when I go home to see my mama, not pass on the coronavirus. So those are my plans and strategies. But it's definitely very cinematic movie like. I don't know what's going to happen, and I do not know who is going to win in the election. I think we're definitely in weird, uncharted waters. And then we probably got another hurricane in between there. Oh, dude. Yeah, there's a Shipley's Donuts. If I wait and I walk there, I think there's a Shipley's Donuts by the place I will be voting. And then I can get donuts and take a lift home. I'm definitely going to get some strawberry milk. But I think I've kicked ass. If you want to donate, make a contribution to THORnews so I can keep doing this in Thanksgiving and November, I think I've kicked ass on holiday hurricane season, the whole season. And I'll do my best to close out the season. But if we get lucky, it goes this way. But I won't be lucky for this people. They won't have time to form into a major hurricane. I don't think. I hope so. But there's a chance it could curve. Because the last one, they're like, you ain't got to worry about it. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, yeah, you got to worry about it. And we didn't really get that much days notice. Although I'd been informing us the whole time for like 17 days. And now I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely voting for Biden. So people that might be like, a lot of people are like, I quit. F you. I don't like you or your channel anymore. Or maybe I just ran out of je ne sais quoi and interesting juice. I don't know, man. This shit is crazy. It is a cliffhanger, and no one knows what will happen next. So smoke them and smoke them if you got them. Because that's the kind of thing. I'm going to walk 2.8 miles. Yes, I've been drinking, but I'm sober enough to walk. Pretty sure. I don't know. And then I'm going to vote and hope I don't catch the coronavirus. But yeah, so Eric Simon was like, sums it up perfectly. Because Francis Wang was like, Spider-Mans are accusing each other. Burnout, COVID anxiety, seasonal depression, seasonal planning depression, election anxiety, financial and fundraiser anxiety, regular depression. So, this is, if I'm off my game, and I got voting anxiety, if I'm off my game, I'm glad the Spider-Mans can explain to you why. Thank you, Spider-Man. But then after I go vote on Saturday or Saturday night, I got to figure out how to get 38 miles south in Houston, somewhere between NASA and Galveston, to go hang out for a day or two with friends. And then I'll come back and hunker down, quarantine for 2 weeks, and then hopefully I'll go see my mama up north, Texas. Those are my plans. I don't know what the heck you guys are going to do. I'd like to make some cool edited videos, but I got to get back in the mental zone for that shit to happen. We got to raise our vibration, improve our frequency, get a better attitude. Yes, this is a possible situation that could be happening, or some type of variety, about 10 days from now, fitting the same pattern we have seen happen pretty much all season. Van Halen wrote a song called Girls, Girls, Girls. It was not my favorite of their songs. I prefer Maroon 5's song Girls over that song, if I can give my opinions on things as frivolous as that. But Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Will I get fired as Planetary Defense Commander? Will I be able to raise the funds? We shall see. 8 years THORnews. I'd like to make it to then, and then we'll see what happens. But maybe personally, I should prepare for compounded disappointment. Oh, Pokemon. That's Alfred Hitchcock. Do any of you guys even know who that is? Alfred Hitchcock. Man, I don't want any stupid nightmares. Oh, crap. Well, it is Halloween and Devil's Night season, I guess. But at the moment, I'm not scared. But things are weird. Definitely. And so it's a cliffhanger, and I expect things will keep getting weirder. And I'm going to take another sip of beer. Because that's the whole thing. As soon as I stop drinking beer, I had like 3 left, maybe 4. I got to go vote. And vote, everything is just weird. Everybody needs to get their sense of humor back, pretty please. Hey, so what is your opinion on Lil Wayne? Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. We're moving on up. I'll talk about Wheezy. No, that's not Wheezy. That's LeBron James. Wheezy endorsed Trump today. And I cannot wait to the day that we can all get along as an American family. And I recommend doing it for the holiday season. Let's all vote and stop killing each other and try to make the world a better place. Recognize we're one Earth family. Hey, this is Shy Girl. It's like, this is an amazing thread. Many people talk about the geopolitics of oil, and I've done that a lot here at THORnews. But hey, not enough talk about the critical role oil played in the politics of the Middle East 1,300 years ago. Oil was a key ingredient of Greek fire, which enabled Byzantium to hold out against Arab conquest in the 7th and 8th centuries. And so, man, we've been warring for a long freaking time. And that reminds me of the dragon fire. Is that what they called it in Game of Thrones? Yeah, we got to stop fighting, dude. Definitely World War III would be a bad idea. Or Civil War. Civil War is dumb. Anyway, it's kind of crazy, man. You know, I got to vote because 20 hours ago, 8.4 million Texans had voted, and there are 29 million of us. So, remember, there are kids. So, like, at least 10 million of people are kids are underage, I would guess. So, we're definitely going to hit over 10 trillion. I mean, I can't even count. Beer makes you better at math, bro. That's one conclusion I'm making here now. I'm taking another sip. Because remember, I got to go vote when I get done drinking beer. And I got to take a look. I'm going to walk there, take a lift home, pick up some donuts in between. This is more of a friendly conversational warning about freakouts and lockdowns, and just telling y'all to prepare for the lockdowns coming. And then the winter wave, and everybody's going to have their own strategy. Hopefully I'll find a single lady who thinks I'm interesting and has a kissable face. And the feeling will be mutual. And then maybe someday we'll tie the knot. You know. Yeah, Saturday Night Live, The Strokes, my favorite band alive today, is on Saturday Night Live. So if you're into that type of thing, check it out to Halloween night. But yeah, everybody know that Louisiana would like to cancel their subscription to the Hurricane of the Month Club, please. But if you combined me acting weird with the election shit acting weird and the virus shit acting weird and the sun acting weird and the weather acting weird, and people are kind of losing their minds. We're all going a little crazy. We're all a little fatigued. And we're all hopefully doing the very best we can do. And so let us raise our vibration, improve our attitude. And if you would like to contribute, donate to THORnews, it would be greatly appreciated. I put up links and stuff. Hopefully you can figure it out. Stay cool. God bless everyone. Merry Christmas. And have a happy, safe, cool New Year. And try to keep your patience and keep your cool. God bless everyone.